Hope I can hear it. I can hear it. There we go. Yes, indeed. Today is Wednesday, August 15th. It is 1:59 p.m. Eastern Time. That means it's almost time for the podcast, the one you look forward to for 2 weeks now. You might have thought, since I didn't even announce that we weren't doing it last week, that it might have been a cancellation. It might have been an abrupt ending to our show by the network that we work for. But what you may not know is I am the network. And we just got busy last week and I forgot to tweet. But we're back with it live. This is Third Thoughts. My name is Clay. I am your host. I'm live here with the Chief himself in the flesh.
I'm here.
What up, Chief? I'm live with RNDY in the flesh.
Hello.
The gang is all here, and we are together, and it is a day that we are having. That Mountain Dew is getting really close to that microphone. I know some fizz just got into that capsule right there.
Fizzy capsule.
Welcome back. Sorry about last week. Honestly, we just got busy with other work stuff and didn't get to the podcast. I looked down. Actually, we were. You guys were doing something different, but I was in here doing something. I looked down and it was 2:45, and I was like, "Oh yeah, it's Wednesday."
I did the exact same thing.
I'm supposed to host a podcast. But anyway, I mean, it worked out.
My back was hurting so bad by that point I couldn't get up and come over here to see if you guys were even having the podcast. I was doing physical labor and I work a desk job.
You were indeed doing physical labor. I was not. I was writing a paper.
One of our coworkers left and said they'd be back in 5 minutes.
Jeez.
And then they were gone for like 3 hours and they came back. And they were double fisting a Mountain Dew, or not a Mountain Dew, a Red Bull and a milkshake, and didn't even offer us anything.
That's not true.
It wasn't me.
He didn't have a milkshake. I had a milkshake.
It was not me.
Come on, let me lie. Let me embellish.
Welcome to Third Thoughts, where we let our hosts lie, if they so choose.
Just like the rest of the media.
But listen, I don't listen to Third Thoughts. I don't listen to unsponsored, unmonetized, randomly scheduled podcasts for honest to God truth. I'm listening for entertainment.
Right.
So
That's why Trump's president.
That's
It's
why.
not-
Honestly, that's why you look at any news outlet these days.
Once again, let me just say this. We do not report, create, fabricate the news. We just simply comment on the news that's already been fabricated.
Right. It's already out there. Somebody already edited everything and made it how they wanted it with their spin. And we take it and spin it even more.
I got a great story to open.
Come on with it. Let's go. Let's jump right in.
Bigfoot spotted crossing rural New York highway.
I knew you were going to get this one. I had it pulled up too.
Only half a mile from a similar creature being spotted in 2006.
Wow. Within 12 years.
Bartholomew, I guess that's the guy's name, told everyone he was stunned. His jaw just dropped open. But this is actually a very typical type of sighting.
Really?
If it's a very typical type of sighting, why was he stunned?
I don't know. And it can't be that typical if the last time when's the last one? Was the last one 2006 for sure?
No, it's just a
Just
half.
in that area.
At that
yeah,
place.
Yeah. You know what I would have done? My initial reaction if I thought I saw Bigfoot crossing the road? Accelerate.
So you could try to kill it and capture
I'd try to run over it, yeah.
it. Probably tear your car up.
That's how you make some bank right there.
Yeah, but I mean,
You could stuff him and put on your mantle.
stuff him, put him on my mantle, stuff him and take him on the road.
With you?
Yes. I would put him in the passenger seat so that I could use the HOV lane.
Hold on, I got a question for you. If your parent, like my wife asked this, she said if her father were to die and be cremated in Florida, could she use the HOV lane on the way back with his ashes in the passenger seat?
No.
No.
It has to be a living person?
It doesn't say that, does it?
I'm pretty sure it has to be a living person.
Honestly, I don't know. That seems like a loophole that would exist.
Or what I would do is I would just go down to the crematorium and get one ash out of the incinerator.
You could just burn a fire at your house and just put it in a jar and just act like it's a person.
Laminate it.
So people gonna start rolling with their dogs in the passenger seat in a jar.
I mean, it doesn't even have to be a person. You can just get wood ash from like a campfire.
Cement.
Put it in a mason jar.
And then
label it.
And then patrolmen are going to have to start carrying not only breathalyzers, but actual DNA tests to see if it's human DNA.
Sir, I'm going to need to test your relative. I'm going to need your great aunt out of that jar. We got to make sure it's really her.
That's terrible.
That is terrible.
That junk
You brought
is
this up.
I know. That junk's creepy, though, dude. Cremation is, to me, it's weird.
Really?
Yeah.
It's just
Do you
fire.
think they'll come back at the resurrection?
Absolutely.
Think so?
That's the way I'm going.
So we need to... Is that your funeral plan you're telling us now?
The
Viking funeral.
The difference between costs.
Can I shoot that arrow?
$1,400 versus $10,000.
Can I shoot the arrow into your...
No, but you're singing at my funeral.
Oh, yeah. I got to do a rap song.
From back in the
Try
day?
it. No, it's not back in the day.
No, you know that. It was from the Fast and Furious where Paul Walker died. That song, what's it called?
Is that where it's from?
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Paul
I didn't
Walker...
know somebody else was using it for their funeral.
No, it wasn't for his funeral. It was
Oh.
It was in the movie.
Paul
It was
Walker.
in the...
He's dead? Paul Walker is?
Yeah, spoiler alert. If you haven't seen Fast 5.57, yeah, he's dead.
Aren't they spinning off of it now?
I think they're redoing it all over again. Anyway, so yeah, it's from that. What's it called? See You Again. Remember it? It was Charlie Puth and Wiz Khalifa. I'm gonna go more explicit with it though, because I'm gonna be really tore up. I'm gonna add some extra colorful language that Wiz.
Are you going to
didn't
be really
put in
sad?
there. Yeah,
Will you cry while you do it?
probably not.
You're going to be really sad because you have a lot more responsibility.
I may not be able to make it. I might be too busy. My schedule might fill up.
That's funny.
That is funny. So Bigfoot, that's it? Just Bigfoot showed up?
That's it, yeah.
That's it? So my theory is he was there in 2006. He's here in 2018. So I deduce from that it takes Bigfoot 12 years to go all around the world. I think he's like
He doesn't cross the ocean.
You don't think?
No, those are Yetis.
I thought Yetis were where it was snowy.
When you get to where it's snowing, but that's what happened. I mean, anytime you cross the ocean, you get to snow, right?
Not if you go down.
I'm just kidding. If you go down far enough, you do.
Yeah, but not like Sahara, Africa. Like what's it called there? Desert Yeti?
Eddy.
Sand Yeti?
It's an Eddy. The Y is
They can't
silent.
live there.
SETI?
There's no water. Don't be ridiculous. There's no Bigfoots
Cactus?
or Yetis in the desert.
There's no cactus there.
There's a cacti.
No, a cactus isn't. Cactus only in the U.S., isn't it?
No squatch in the desert.
Cactus is a very U.S. thing.
Is it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't think they grow anywhere else.
I'll buy into that.
I think that. Somebody fact check that for me. Get Reuters on that. Call them. Can you call Reuters? Who? That's not who does. Snopes.
It's Snopes.
Snopes. Can you call Snopes to make sure they
Snopes
find
is
out?
British.
Probably.
Cactus only in America. Is that what you said?
Yeah. I think the
I
cactus
would
is
say North America.
It's a uniquely.
They're
'Cause I know they
native
have
to
them.
the Americans, ranging from Patagonia in the south parts of Western Canada in the north. Blah 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 blah.
But it's North American, right?
Are there any cacti in Egypt? And they say that it could have been there.
But is it there now?
Cactus. It says I'm native to the Americas.
Mm.
It also grows in Africa and Sri Lanka.
Oh, dang it. So it could be a cactus. Yeti could eat a cactus there. Bigfoot.
Yetis don't like cacti.
How come it's Bigfoot in the United States then, and not a Yeti? It snows here.
Yetis are white.
So
Bigfoots are brown.
So there's more than one, is what you're
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
Just like
There's
a
colonies.
Loch Ness Monster.
You think there's a Matterhorn Yeti? Wasn't it Disney that had a Yeti in the Matterhorn?
I think so. Yeah, no, yeah. There's lots of big feet.
Is that the plural?
Big feet? Yeah, I think so.
Look how many big feet are out there.
look at all the big feet.
It's a horde of big feet.
You know they're coming out with a movie called Littlefoot. Have you seen this? It's got.
It's been a show.
Yeah, they're coming out with a movie though called Littlefoot, where it's like a human.
Oh yeah.
The big feet.
Oh yeah,
Bigfoot.
the animated movie.
Yeah, and it's got what's that dude's name that's in G.I. Joe? He's not a very good actor, so I can't remember his name.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm
though.
talking about.
The human is the one that's like rare.
Yeah.
And it's like the big feet are the main.
I thought you meant like the dinosaur Littlefoot.
No, that's
No,
Land Before Time.
Land Before Time, yeah.
No, it's like it's going to be a show. Gosh, I got to look up his name now because you would not. It's kind of odd that he's in the movie.
Yep. So that's it. I'm kind of disappointed, Chief. That wasn't. I feel like there should have been a revelation in that Bigfoot story.
I've given lots of revelations. As you've asked questions, I have elaborated. There are lots of big feet in the Northwest United States.
Oh, it's Channing Tatum and it's Smallfoot. I apologize, moviegoers.
Smallfoot. Yeah, Littlefoot was the main character of Land Before Time.
Mm-hmm.
That's before my time.
I would say there's a larger concentration.
Mm-hmm. Seattle,
Oregon, that area.
Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
But what about like Wyoming, Montana?
Oh, yeah, wide open spaces. Yeah, they probably thrive there, too.
It's a great song.
And there's one in Winder.
Winder, Georgia?
Winder, Georgia. Yes, they've cast the footprint.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It ate some llamas. Not llamas. What are the other alpacas? Throated them.
Wow.
And they cast the footprint.
That sounds fake to me.
This was back early 2000s.
That's fake. Fake.
I don't know about that, man.
Let me put it into Snopes.
Fabricated news.
No, listen, you can fact check that with Opie.
I don't know if I trust anybody whose name is Opie.
My good buddy Opie listens to the podcast every week.
Sorry, Opie, I don't trust you.
He's
a big Georgia fan, though. You'd like him.
Go Dogs.
He's one of our most avid fans.
Hey, dude, I got a myth with Clay. He made me remove the UGA schedule from the work calendar. I had every Saturday mapped out. He made me remove every Saturday. It was up there. I mean, I can tell you by heart, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
So let's you said fact check.
Yeah.
So let's just jump. Let's use that segue from a long time ago to now move forward at this moment in time.
Sometimes the segue takes a detour.
Right.
Sometimes it's
Delayed segue.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not a straight tunnel. Sometimes it's a curvy tunnel.
Sure.
I don't know. Curvy bridge.
My new LeVar Ball. Okay.
You want to explain that for the listener that maybe doesn't know what that means?
Yeah. LeVar Ball was my tormentor for a long time.
Yeah.
Everything he said was just so ridiculous.
So you had to mention it and talk about it.
Yeah, and even recently he's been a moron, but just not as moronic as in the past.
Yeah.
Where he said he could take LeBron one-on-one.
Right.
Now, I understand Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's like 60.
Mm-hmm.
But he still couldn't take Michael Jordan. He couldn't take when LeVar Ball was in his prime, he couldn't take Michael Jordan now.
How old is LeVar now? He's 40s, isn't he?
He's got to be at least 40. I mean, he's got a son that's 20-something.
I imagine he's in his 40s.
Yeah, probably.
Could you take LeVar Ball?
In one-on-one basketball? No.
Wrestling match?
Wrestling match, I could.
What about Bigfoot?
No, I couldn't take Bigfoot in anything.
You think Bigfoot's just madly athletic?
Oh, yeah.
Just like ridiculously coordinated?
Oh, yeah.
Bigfoot.
If we could train a Bigfoot and send him to the Olympics, we would only need to send one athlete.
I feel like they're smarter than that. I feel like they got to be their own nation.
Well, they live here.
It's like Wakanda. You can't find
But
them.
It's in the middle of Wyoming. It's a different country. It's covered up.
Well, I guess if it's in, no, it's not a different country.
No, they
The
left.
Navajo Res is not a different country. It's just governed by its own set of laws.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the Vatican.
Like Hong Kong.
Like the Vatican.
The Vatican. You don't want to go there today.
Hong Kong's that way too, though.
What?
Hong Kong's kind of like that.
Is it? I
Yeah.
thought it was an island.
Well, I guess, yeah.
The Navajo Indian Reservation is not an island.
It's in the, yeah.
It's in the
I see
middle
what
of the
you're saying.
desert.
It's in
Yeah.
the middle. Like the Vatican.
So
Or
it's
Washington.
it's a
Washington's
virtual
like that.
island.
DC's like that.
Well, yeah.
Sort
Have
of.
you seen the new proposal? This is not even a story I prepared for. Just incredible
came to
knowledge
you.
that I have. Have you seen the new proposal from the people that are trying to split up California?
I
they're
know
gonna-
it got taken off the ballot.
They're going to cut off a sliver of the easternmost point a sliver down the state and give it to Native Americans and let it be a Native American state,
Nice.
which is the most racist thing I've ever heard.
All right.
When I say we should ship everyone with a certain IQ to their own state and pin them up so that they don't reproduce other dumb people, I get lots of flack for it. But they can say that, hey, Native Americans, we're going to cut you off a little piece of land, not going to give you the coast, going to give you the desert, and you just go there and live.
Hold on. The IQ thing's already been done, though. Alabama. They're all there.
Floribama Shore.
They're all there.
The problem with that is that's a show. Have you heard about that show?
Yes.
Yeah. Somebody in our studio audience watches that show on the reg. Told us about it.
I've never seen that show.
It seems like something I should probably check out once or twice.
You said it seems like something I would watch.
It does seem like you like that weird reality stuff.
Not that stuff. Although I have been
You
watching
think that's
Say Yes to the Dress.
Oh, what?
that's not the same.
It's mesmerizing.
That's not the same genre to me.
Are you joking?
Listen, I'm not kidding. Yesterday afternoon, a girl spent $40,000 on 2 wedding dresses.
And got divorced a week later.
Yeah, what does she need 2 for?
She bought a $25,000 dress for the ceremony
And then the
and a $15,000 dress for the reception.
No, just wear the same dress.
dog. Well, I'm going to refrain because it's a PG rated show.
But here's the thing. Her total budget going in was $6,000.
Whoops.
She extended it to $40,000.
That's like me though.
He's got
I go
2
into
daughters.
something. I'm like, go to lunch. I only want to spend $8.
That's different.
Come out 15.
8 versus 15 is a lot different than 6 versus 40.
I guess.
When my daughters get married, we're going to go to that store, Say Yes to the Dress store in Atlanta.
Are you really?
Yeah. Yeah.
You getting emotionally prepared
I'm
for
not
your
saying
daughter?
I'm not saying that I'm gonna buy one there, but
You're just gonna go.
So hypothetically, what would the budget be for your daughter's wedding? So she's on the clock now. She knows.
the whole wedding,
Yes, everything.
yeah, less than 30.
Less than 30.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money, dude. That's like a down payment. That's more than my car cost.
$30?
Oh, $30?
Less than $30.
That's amazing.
There you go, Maddie.
I don't know. My kids are special, man.
I get that.
They're only going to do that one time.
But okay. But wouldn't you rather, like, if you're gonna spend that much, wouldn't you rather them hand them $30K?
So, okay, when
And
we
be
got
like,
married,
"Look."
when my wife and I got married, my mother-in-law and father-in-law gave us the option. Hey, you can have a little wedding and have the rest of the money, or you can have a big wedding, and we chose the big wedding. Mm-hmm. Looking back, probably a wiser investment to have had a smaller wedding
Yeah, and take the cash.
and taken the cash. But not because we didn't appreciate the ceremony and the value of that. I think it's very sacred. Mm-hmm. But it's like, we did the ice sculptures and we had a violinist and all that stuff. And by the time we got over there after taking pictures, you couldn't tell what the ice sculpture was. It was just like a stalactite.
Melted down.
Yeah, or mite, whichever one sticks up. Yeah, it was melted down, and the violinist was packing up when we got there.
Yes,
She had already played her time.
Yikes.
See, I was like the opposite. We took the money and our wedding was 10 minutes long. It was football season.
Oh no, our wedding was our ceremony lasted almost 50 minutes.
That's a long.
I put a
ceremony.
time limit on, like, if you perform a wedding, you got to put a time limit on it. You got to put a kibosh on that joint.
Oh, I don't do long weddings.
Nothing more than 20
when you
minutes.
perform a wedding now, you go really short, don't you?
If there's no music or anything else, if it's just me standing up doing the wedding, which it often is many times now, 11 minutes.
So I'm
You got
talking
it down
about
to a
total
practice.
efficiency.
Yeah.
That's with prayer and everything.
I mean, consummation's later. It's not like it's on stage.
So
Here, in our culture.
In our culture, yeah, let's don't talk about it.
I don't do weddings in other cultures. I'd be like, whoa, gotta go.
So you're gonna give that option?
What?
Small wedding, take cash, big wedding.
No, probably not.
Just you getting big wedding.
Whatever they want.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
So
they
you are
want.
given the option then.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
was
there's
curious.
there's a
I was
scriptural
curious.
there's a scriptural thing that once you get married, that whole father-child relationship or parent-child relationship changes.
Yeah, of course.
You know, you leave your father and mother, which means you come out of sonship or daughtership.
Sure.
We don't preach that or teach that here in America, but it's true. Spiritually, scripturally speaking, that's true. So, you know, if I don't write the check before, I probably don't have the obligation to do it after, because it's no longer a son-daughter thing.
I got you.
So we'll just see when the check is written, whether I'm
Post
obligated.
that junk. That's what you're
But,
going to do is post date it. Like, oh, well,
Sorry, babe.
sorry, it wasn't before it happened.
I had to call and cancel payment on that check. Send that house back.
in the house.
Okay,
back.
so now the segue got extremely long.
Yeah, I don't even remember how to get to where I'm going. Let me look and see if I got a story that fits better now.
I don't know if you do. I doubt you do.
And now I've lost that story.
Have you?
Hold on. Yeah, I'm technology.
Speaking of losing things, I got
Oh.
a losing story.
How about the Missouri nun?
No, tell me that one. I don't know that one.
A Missouri nun was busted for trying to smuggle cocaine in her high heel shoe.
Nice.
Yeah, Denise Mary Woodrum, 51, was busted while going through customs in a Sydney airport.
Sydney, Missouri?
Sydney, Australia.
You said
Sydney.
Missouri.
She's from Missouri, but she
Oh,
was in
okay.
Sydney.
Okay.
She was groomed to provide financial gain for this person, Hendrick Cornelius. Whatever person or persons it was behind this identity, her lawyer, Rebecca Neal, said. She went on this trip. She was bringing back artifacts for him.
Artifacts.
Yeah, and I don't
She
know.
worked for Hobby Lobby.
Maybe she just accidentally stepped in the coke. I don't know. But it was packed into the heels of her high heel shoes. Cocaine in the nun's high heel shoes, who I believe Valentino high heel shoes. So she was a pretty well-to-do nun.
Yeah, I'll say.
So much for that vow of poverty.
Right.
You know?
Or abstaining from drug use.
Yeah, right.
Trafficking.
Another interesting story going right along with that. First school district, a Colorado school district, decided
Man,
to
I
go
had this
to
one
a 4-day
School week.
school week.
Nice, yes.
They got Fridays off, right?
No, Mondays.
Mondays off.
Because it's not off. That's not what they're saying. They're giving. They thought that Monday would be the most appropriate day to give the kids the first day of the week to prepare for the school week. So I guess you
Okay.
can't do that on Sunday.
I guess not.
So now, not because if they gave them Friday, it would be like an extra day off.
On the
but because it's
weekend.
Monday, it's a prep day.
I see what they're trying to do. Trying to spend that. I did see this on Reddit a few days ago.
Did a millennial invent that?
No, probably
I
not.
don't think so. It's not a brand new thing. I saw it on Reddit the other day, and they were talking about how there's some districts in Idaho that have been doing this, and they actually have Fridays off. And they've been doing it for years.
Yeah,
But it's because they don't have to operate, so all your operating costs are lower.
saves over $1 million.
Yeah. I can see, I don't know, that's
I couldn't see how it wouldn't save more than that.
I know, right? That's
just one district, right? It's not a big district.
You're just saving.
I mean, I guess
So what are you looking at? 40 days roughly. I mean, you got salary.
You're not saving salaries
electricity.
for teachers, but you are for all other workers.
Unless you have them in there working and doing maintenance.
district plans to offer childcare on Mondays for $30 per day. So they're making money too.
Yeah. And they're saving fuel costs. They're saving electrical costs. They're saving food costs.
But how much does it cost to have childcare? If you're charging parents $30 a day per child, but you got to have people there to
You figure
watch
$12 an hour,
But you don't have to have a certified teacher.
right?
just be anybody.
It'd be like $100 a day for a person, so you get three 3.5
They're
kids.
gonna use the high school kids and pay a minimum wage.
Gotcha.
Call it home ec.
Students will attend regular class Tuesday through Friday, and class time is extended by 40 minutes per day. See, this kind of thing was floated back when I was in school. They talked about this stuff, like adding an hour to the day or something and changing it up. This is back when the year-round school was like the next thing coming. You remember that?
Yeah, this whole year-round school thing, they have sneakily done that.
Yeah, because summer's short now.
Sneakily.
Well, not only that, but they give kids work to do all summer.
Yeah.
Like, my daughter had a significant amount of math to do over the summer.
Yeah.
And then we found out 3 days before school started back that she also had two 300-page books to read that we didn't know about and a report to do. So over one weekend, she accomplished that.
Jeez. See, when I was in school, summers were roughly the same. I think they
feel
might
like
have been a week or two longer.
Yeah, I feel like mine was long.
I think they might have. When I was in elementary school, middle school, they were probably a week or two longer. But
We got
the
out-
biggest thing we had was like a summer. You had to read a book or two, but it was summer reading. It was nothing more than
We
that.
didn't have any of that to do.
You didn't have to do anything.
We did. We had books.
We had to read.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, you lived in the same county,
Yeah.
but, during a different time. I still was in that age where, we actually participated in work on the farm.
I was going to say you had to go out there and
Yeah.
bring home the bacon.
No, we did that in the winter. You can't kill hogs in the summer unless you have
Yeah.
refrigeration. So it's more squash, okra, potatoes, peas, butter beans.
Bring home the beans.
Bring home the beans. Yeah, I want to talk about my new LeVar ball.
That's where you were.
Yeah, this Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the
The socialist.
socialist from New York, who's going to win.
Yeah.
And she, what you said about fact checkers is what brought this to my mind.
Now I remember. We
Because,
made it, guys. It only took 20 minutes.
She really has some interesting facts that she quotes.
Facts.
Facts. Yeah. Here's one is she has taken the stance that unemployment is not really down. That
Okay.
unemployment is actually up from the Obama administration because most people now work 2 jobs. So it seems like unemployment is down, but it's only because people are working 2 jobs. I don't think she realizes that the number of empty jobs is not how you determine the rate of unemployment.
Right. It's the number of people not working.
Right.
Which it seems logical. When we say it out loud, it seems like anybody should be able to understand that, but I guess not.
All right, here's
I
another
should
one.
run for something.
She also said from a platform while she was campaigning that ICE, who we all know my take on immigration.
Yeah.
I don't have to get back into that today. She said that they are required to fill 34,000 beds with detainees every single night. So they have to go incarcerate 34,000 people. They're required to have 34,000 beds filled. And she wants to eliminate ICE. She wants to do away with immigration altogether. Not just ICE. Immigration.
Yeah.
So you're going to fly to America and get off the airplane and you're not going to go through
That's it.
immigration.
Welcome.
Welcome to America.
Here's your handout.
Yep. You sign up for welfare right there. Yep. No immigration. So, what is actually required is that there are 34,000 beds
Available.
available.
Not that they filled them.
Right, that they have to maintain 34,000 beds.
Just in case.
Just in case. Not that they have to fill the 34,000
Can you-
beds.
Can you imagine a task force like going out every night like, all right, boys, we got to run up 34K.
This
Get the
woman-
searchlights out.
Okay, listen. So she she's running on the platform of Medicaid for all, single payer insurance. So the government's going to pay everybody's insurance. Mm-hmm. She said that it would cut government, or that it would cut the deficit. Okay. She found but actually, once the fact checkers looked into it, it would actually raise government expenditures by $32.6 trillion.
Yikes.
And she said that it was going to cut the deficit by but she didn't actually do any math.
Yeah, she had no numbers.
No numbers. No,
Right.
she just made it up. Yeah. And then this one didn't even warrant a fact check. This is a statement from her speech. Why aren't we incorporating the cost of all the funeral expenses of those who died because they can't afford access to health care? Why aren't we figuring the cost of funerals into health care costs of all the people that died because they didn't have health care?
She's a very special person.
She probably was in those classes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, listen, she's an idiot. I mean, I've seen a lot of idiots. She just needs to stop talking. She's going to win. I mean, the guy that's running against her, he doesn't have a prayer. She's going to win. But she needs to stop talking and just understand that she's got a job for the next 4 years and just be happy with that and just stop talking. And Bernie Sanders, he is absolutely ruining his reputation with the people that thought he was smart in the first place by hanging out with her. He needs to kick her to the curb.
You would think that he would. I don't know.
I just don't think he cares at this point.
Yeah. He's over it.
He's just Bernie being Bernie.
The burn.
Weekend at Bernie's.
That's it. Burning out.
Yeah. Clay, have you got a story, Randy? Have you got a story, or am I going to carry the whole thing?
Well, I had a
today?
story, but you talked over my story. And went to a different segue and then came back to your original segue.
What was your story?
You were talking about I lost what I thought about, and I was like, oh, I have a losing story.
Oh, go, yeah.
Go ahead. Rock it out.
So-
I got stuff too, but go ahead.
I'm not paid to listen to your stories. I'm paid to bring value to the podcast.
You're not paid at all. This is not monetized.
Speaking of, you can go to Patreon.
You know what? Let's just get this out. Let's clear the air about Patreon.
Nobody's
No
going.
one has ever given to the Patreon, and no one ever will. And that's okay. What incentive do they have? Let's be honest. Basically, we're just looking for our handout.
Everybody else gets one.
Not yet.
Wow.
Yeah, so I had a story about losing.
Does that have anything to do with Casey Cagle?
No.
Okay.
Nope. Nearly 3 decades ago, a 14-year-old in the United Kingdom got hit in the eye during a game of badminton
Badminton.
and lost her contact lens. 28 years ago. No big deal.
Birdie.
28 years later, no reference to the movies or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Doctors found the missing contact embedded in a cyst in her left eyelid.
Huh.
This is when we got hit with...
Shuttlecock.
Yep. And it lodged her contact lens into her eyelid. Her body naturally
Absorbed it.
thought this is a foreign object, forms a cyst around it, and it lives there for 28 years.
Did she lose her eyesight or just her contact? Was she on Dr. Pimple Popper?
No. So here's the thing. At age 42, she visited the doctor what thought was an unrelated problem. Her left eyelid had swollen and been drooping for about 6 months. Doctors could feel a small lump in the skin. An MRI revealed a well-defined cyst measuring 8 by 4 by 6 millimeters.
Millimeters.
Just
Not
above
that-
her left eye. Then they
not that
surgically
big.
they surgically removed the cyst. Once it was removed, it broke open and revealed an extremely fragile, hard contact lens.
Oh, wow.
So this is
Oh, it
this
wasn't
is not
just
even
soft, it was hard.
Yeah, this is not even the floppy kind. This is the hard ones.
She
from
couldn't
back
feel
in the
that
day.
under her eyelid?
Apparently not until 6 months ago when her eyelid swelled up and started drooping. So for 27 years and 6 months,
She made that up.
this thing was unnoticed. She made what up?
She didn't lose it 28 years ago.
You don't think?
No, it's like 7 months ago.
It literally happened 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I don't know. She just said she remembered being hit with a shuttlecock and
Everybody wants
never
to be a
found
star.
that way you think.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Not buying that. Not buying that at all.
I don't know. I have no reason to say it's not. But I want to talk about this too. Something that is some shady business that is going down. You guys still have Movie Pass?
No, I got rid of it.
I still have it, I think.
Well,
But the only reason is because I was one of the people that paid for it for a year.
well, let me tell you this, boss. You may have not canceled it
What?
because Movie Pass is uncanceling people's accounts.
What?
Yeah, as if they couldn't get any worse.
How can they
with their
uncancel your
business
account?
practice? With their business practice, they have been uncanceling your account. So what happened is, I don't know if you saw it, but like a month ago, a few weeks ago, they changed the plan.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
So now you can see 3 movies a month, including the blockbusters. Remember they took away the blockbusters.
Yeah, 3 movies for 14,
Now you can see
yeah.
3 of any movie for $10,
Right.
and then you get the discount of $5 or whatever on other tickets. So it was the new Movie Pass plan.
Right.
And they were taking away the peak pricing. So if you canceled in the past month or so, and then what happened is if you open the app again,
Yeah.
it would pop up and say, "Here's the new plan." Right? You remember seeing that?
Mm-mm.
All right, so if you open,
I just deleted the app. I got
oh,
rid
okay.
of it.
So so you're probably good. But if you're listening and you have Movie Pass, if you open the app and it pops up and says, "Here's the new plan," and you hit accept instead of there's an X at the top right, but if you hit the accept button at the bottom, which is what they want you to do, it re-opts you back in to the new plan and is going to keep charging you even though you've already canceled.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're going to go out of business.
I mean, that's not like the most sinister thing of all time because it does pop up, and it does give
Yeah.
you a chance to X, and then it says I accept, but there's no I do not accept at the bottom. It's very clear this is what they want you to do. So you need to watch this, Chief, when it happens. Are you planning on canceling?
No.
No, you're just gonna keep it.
I got it as a gift. I couldn't cancel it if I wanted to.
So you're paid up. So
Yeah.
this doesn't even apply
It's
to you.
paid up for a year.
This doesn't apply to you then.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't pay for a year because the whole business model.
But you got it as a gift, so you're good.
Yeah,
until-
you're good, but I would never have paid for
So
you.
what happened is
The first time I heard of this is when I got it.
Okay. So you didn't even know about Movie Pass at all?
No, when I got Movie Pass, I didn't know what Movie Pass was.
Sure. So this new plan they're going to, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you've canceled and you open the app and you hit I accept on that screen that pops up instead of the X, you're going to be opted back in and you're going to be charged.
How much?
The normal plan price,
How much is that?
$10 a month. So because what they did is they changed it, and so they have this pop up thing. It's just sketchy, man. It's
Dude,
just
that's still not viable.
no. I
It's
mean, I
still
don't.
not viable. 3 tickets, 3 times 10 is $30. I think they give you a $9 discount. Like at Regal, I would pay $9. 3 times 9 is $27. Right?
Yep.
That's still not a viable business.
Okay, it was a viable business when it started for this reason. They were data mining.
And they couldn't find anybody to buy it.
Right. Well, no. When Facebook got busted, they got busted.
Yeah.
And when they got busted, they just weren't the size, entity that Facebook is who could absorb that. Because what they were doing is they were geo-tracking you before and after
Right.
movies.
Yep.
And then selling where you go before and after movies to local restaurants and stores so that they could send marketing to you.
Yep.
Because you're already in the vicinity. You're already passing their store.
I'm cool with that. That doesn't.
Well, what I have a problem, I don't want somebody, if I don't have your app open, I don't want you tracking where I'm going.
Which Apple did take a good step against that. Now there's no option for always tracking.
Yeah.
Well, we think. Probably
Right.
probably not for the Apple apps. Apple's probably still getting all your data.
Apple definitely knows where I'm at all the time because today when I go and leave here and I get in my car and I start the car up and I turn around, There's something about the speed I'm going between the time I turn around and get to the road. It knows I'm in my automobile, and it tells me how long it takes for me to get to my house.
It's actually the Bluetooth.
Yeah.
So when you connect to your car and the Bluetooth pings on, it starts tracking.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. 'cause
So
Google,
technically, it's only running when the Maps app is open. The problem is when you get in your car and Bluetooth connects, the Map app opens.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the background, so it is tracking you,
and it knows where you're
Yeah.
going. It's all.
and it remembers your frequent locations.
Yep.
Yeah. So, I can't remember because I've been following this story the same way I've been following the submarine story. Now I can't remember the girl's name.
Yeah.
The missing jogger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're having trouble being able to. One of the problems with the investigation is that her social media and phone tracking thing.
GPS. Yeah.
GPS, that's what I was trying to think of, yeah. They will not release the data to the police.
Huh.
Because they don't know if she's dead and it belongs to her, so it could be an invasion of her privacy.
Wow.
Because they want her Facebook, they want all of her
Oh, yeah.
social
Yeah,
media data, and they also want to know where she's been with her phone.
Yeah.
And because the phone is in her name and she's over 18, they will not release it.
Well, it's like it was a difference.
Police, listen to this. If I go missing, release everything I have.
Well, it was like there was another case. It was a different story. I can't remember the details, but Apple wouldn't unlock that phone
Right.
for the FBI, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They wouldn't unlock that iPhone because of their privacy policy. So it is.
No. That was not because of their privacy policy.
What was it?
It was because if they allowed them to unlock the phone, it compromised their encryption.
Oh, their security.
And they paid all this money for this encryption, and they didn't want it compromised and out in the public because they couldn't control it anymore, and
right.
it affected their business
That's right.
practices.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
I don't know. The whole thing's murky water.
Yeah. But so, they questioned the pig farmer. They thought the pig farmer got her, this girl that was jogging, fed her to the pigs. Because they searched all the, he took a polygraph test and they haven't been back to his house. So he must be cleared. Now they're zeroing in on 5 different areas that she could have possibly been seen last.
And where was this? You don't remember?
Wyoming, Iowa, Montana,
All right.
Nebraska, maybe one of the Dakotas.
Gosh.
It's a large
It's
swath.
the most land possible that you could name.
I'm not sure.
Iowa.
Do you know that
Iowa.
first state that I called? Iowa.
So you did remember.
Yeah,
It's a
Iowa.
latent memory.
Yeah. Yeah. As this story unfolds, I'm going to have details.
Molly Tibbetts.
Molly Tibbetts.
Tibbetts.
Yeah. That's her. Yep.
Yep.
Boyfriend, say he has nothing to do with it. He was 100 miles away. She was staying at his house. He's working a construction job. So she was staying at his house sitting because he's living there because it's 100 miles away. His whereabouts were known at the time she went missing. She went for a jog. Nobody heard from her after that.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez, that sucks.
But she jogged by the pig farm. So
The one they checked.
The one they checked, yeah. And now there's a $400,000 reward
Wow.
for her whereabouts. And they have started telling people, watch for anyone who is behaving differently. Anyone who is operating under high anxiety,
Yeah.
or is overly interested.
In the story.
Oh, I've never been to Iowa, so it wasn't me.
Never?
No, I've never been to Iowa.
I've driven through the whole state,
Corn
end to end,
and pigs.
in the fog.
Oh no, that's Nebraska. I don't know what Iowa has.
No, they're basically the same state.
Oh, are they?
Yeah,
Just have a
essentially.
sign separates them.
Yeah. Pretty much all those states are like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Iowa I did west to east.
Yeah. Wow.
Awful.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
But not since. But you did before she was missing.
Yeah, this was.
I just want to clear you.
Yeah, that was last. It was a year ago. I was
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just want to make sure you're not implicated.
there. No, I shouldn't be.
So yeah, but that's an intriguing case as well.
It is, and the whole thing about like Randy was saying that he doesn't care about them tracking and selling the data. Like, I don't care about that either. Do you care about that? You don't like that, do you?
It depends on who they're selling it to, I guess.
They're going to find out where his bunker is.
I don't want to sell it to the government.
But
I wouldn't sell it to the government either with Trump in charge.
I don't know that. Do they have any incentive to sell it to the government?
What the government's paying. Oh my gosh, another story that I forgot. How about this Muslim extremist that was living on this compound that was teaching these kids how to perform school shootings?
Yeah.
He got set out on bail.
They found a dead body of his own child buried on his property, no death record. So the kid died. He didn't tell anybody. He just buried him because he was trying to cast out a demon. So he starved the kid.
Yeah, madness.
He starved the kid. They let him out on bond.
Yeah, they said that judge is getting death threats now for letting him go. I'm not surprised.
I'm going to train. No, never mind.
Yeah,
you don't incriminate yourself.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? This whole thing about tolerance and sensitivity, people are getting killed because of tolerance and sensitivity. Radical Islam is dangerous. Anybody that teaches their kids how to tactically assault a school building should never be released into on bond or back into the general population of society. I don't know, but listen, this guy may wish he was back in prison.
Yeah.
He may soon wish he was back in prison.
I'm sure.
Yeah, this guy's got to be in hiding.
Yeah, because, I mean, I know there's some rednecks around there. There's rednecks everywhere.
New Mexico,
you can't do stuff like that. Yeah, so, I mean, they may find him in that same grave.
That sounds crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know how, I mean, I don't really know the justice system that well and all, but I know some shady stuff does happen. But I just can't, something cut and dry like this, I just don't see. How do you let somebody go? What's the loophole that lets somebody out?
A judge that is an idiot.
How are you that dumb, though?
Yeah, it has nothing to do with being dumb. It has everything to do with their political agenda. We can't treat... Listen, if I was teaching my kid to shoot up a school, they would not release me on bond.
No. As they shouldn't.
No, they shouldn't. No, they should imprison me. Beat me with a rubber hose. Drive bamboo under my fingernails until I revealed all the information that I had about terrorism.
Waterboarding.
Waterboard
Can
me.
we test that out?
No.
Okay.
Mountain Dew boarding?
That would be impossible. You could not Mountain Dew board me.
You've said that before.
I would drink that junk. It wouldn't even affect me. Yeah.
Yeah, that story's messed up, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Mountain Dew.
Just like, I mean, we just don't live in the same place that I was born.
No, we don't.
Before the internet.
So,
or even me.
So listen, I know that we have a lot of listeners here in the great state of Georgia, where we are physically at right now.
Yeah,
and people need to take note of what's happening in Florida right now with gun control.
Yeah. You mentioned that a couple weeks ago.
Because it's what's coming to Georgia if the wrong governor is elected. The model's already set for liberal governors, and they will do the same thing.
It's swinging too.
That law actually states that anyone diagnosed with any mental condition can have their weapons confiscated without even seeing the judge. If the authorities take a piece of paper and present it, the judge can have their weapons confiscated. So that means every person that's ever taken an antidepressant, it's listed. All they have to do is carry the paper and say, listen, we think this person's a threat, and the judge will sign off on it. And they don't ask you to turn your weapons over. It's automatic search and seizure. They go kick your door in and take your guns. That's wrong. And that's what's coming right here to the good old Bible Belt, redneck Georgia, if people don't turn out to the polls.
Speaking of governors, though.
Tell me about it.
Have you heard about this? This governor race in Vermont might be more interesting than ours ever could be.
I don't know about that. But
I'm not real up on Vermont politics, but
You should be, man. Vermont's a nice state.
but I do know about Vermont.
cheese.
No, not cheese.
Syrup?
No. Hold on. Let me get the game. Vermont game wardens.
Oh, yeah. You watched that, don't you?
Yeah, I watched that. Yeah.
Anyway, so one of the Democrats running for governor in Vermont is Ethan Sonneborn.
Ethan Sonneborn.
Or Sunborn. It's a funny spelling. But he's not even old enough to vote.
What?
Yeah. Ethan Sunborn is 14, and he meets the requirements to be on the primary ballot and is taking his place among the candidates on the Tuesday primary ballot. So it was yesterday. Yeah. Because there's a loophole in the Vermont Constitution.
That's going to be a loophole.
It doesn't have an age requirement for people seeking the governor office.
But they will soon.
But all they have to do is live in the state for at least 4 years before their election. So Ethan qualifies.
How many votes did he get?
I don't know.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Wow. I was not.
You were not what?
There he is.
There's even more goodness that's happening in Vermont.
Come on. What
Don't
else
take
you
me on
got?
that road.
Christine Hallquist, the first transgender nominee, will face Phil Scott in the Vermont governor election.
So she won the primary then?
Yeah, she beat the 14-year-old.
Dang, man.
Way to go.
He tried, though. That joke's hilarious.
What an odd, interesting race.
So I just want to get this. I just want to put this in perspective.
Vermont just seems so quiet up there.
So, a lady who used to be a man
yeah.
We think.
defeated a 14-year-old boy in the race for governor.
Guess our options
Way to
aren't
go,
so bad.
Vermont.
Yeah.
Way to go, Vermont.
They're really doing it up there. Isn't that hilarious?
Dude, Vermont is like super liberal. Well, I take that back. Vermont, Burlington is super liberal, the capital. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's Ben & Jerry's is there, you know. Like, he probably won't even eat their ice cream. But, like, Ben & Jerry's is liberal. Will you eat their ice? Does food overcome your politics?
I've never had Ben & Jerry's ice cream.
On purpose, or you just don't?
But we're going to Athens as soon as we
Not
finish
on
the show.
I mean, I don't know if I would call it on purpose. I've just never had it placed in my hand with a spoon.
We're going to downtown Athens when we finish the show today. It's really
Just go to the grocery store. It's the same.
No, it's not the same.
It is the same.
So you have to go in
So, okay, let me just say this. You know,
Okay, say it.
Here's something about politics and life and
Remember when this wasn't going to be a political show today?
yeah. Okay,
That's what you said yesterday.
no. It's not.
It is.
but
no.
Everything
This
is.
this is life wisdom for everybody.
Okay.
Okay,
Not just politicians.
not just no, not just everybody. You say, if Ben & Jerry's ice cream is the best tasting ice cream, then eat the ice cream. We live in a capitalist society.
Yes.
That's why I get baffled when people will call me and say, hey, do you know a good Christian mechanic?
Yeah. Come on. Just say it.
Just go to the best mechanic. Go get your car fixed where you can get the best service and the best deal.
Dude, the best mechanic I've ever had was a Seventh-day Adventist because I could take my car on Sunday.
Well, there you go.
That's it.
I mean, if I have a heart attack right now, okay,
Why are we talking about you dying so much
and
today?
y'all rush me to the hospital, this is how I want you to sort through who gets to cut me open. Not, is he a Christian? But has he been to med school and can he do this procedure and can he do it well? Get me the best in the building. Now, I do want all the Christian surgeons praying for me.
But if they're not the best, don't.
But they're not the best. Don't cut me.
Head to the chapel, bud.
Yeah.
Listen, man, you're like a B-list surgeon, but we need you to go pray.
You can go to the chapel, but not the scalpel, baby. Chapel, not scalpel. That's gonna be my motto. That might be my first tattoo, right across my chest.
Chapel, not scalpel.
Chapel, not scalpel.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll ever be able to beat that.
Yeah, I think you might need to just turn it off now. And hope that he's not being foreboding like last Wednesday.
Oh, man.
Our prophet last Wednesday. Somebody said that room was going to flood, and it did.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Lord. I hope it doesn't rain. Anyway, yeah, Vermont. My grandparents went there once, so I've never been. You been there?
No.
You been there?
Yeah. I went to a ski resort for free in the
nice?
summer.
I have a rough idea of where it's at. Way up there.
It touches Canada.
It's back Canada.
But, I mean, I've been as far as...
I've been as far as, let me see here, Tennessee.
No.
South Carolina.
Where is
I've been
Salem?
to Toccoa,
Where is Salem?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
That place is creepy,
No,
dude.
what's the state right above Massachusetts?
Maine?
Connecticut.
Maine.
Connecticut.
Connecticut's below it.
Maine is above it?
Yeah.
Never been.
Is Maine the only
it's
thing
Maine,
about
New
it?
Hampshire, and then Vermont. Because Massachusetts runs horizontal, and the other ones are running vertical. Because you got Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont.
Oh, okay.
Can I get to New Hampshire?
Yeah, you can get there.
I mean, can I get there from
From Massachusetts.
Massachusetts?
Yeah, but if you were out on that coast, you were closer to Maine.
Okay, okay, we didn't go to Maine, I don't think. But I've definitely been to Massachusetts, Connecticut. Because that's where Brown's at, right? Connecticut.
Yes.
Yeah. So I've been several places up there.
I was going to say, you've been close.
Yeah.
I've
Salem was a pretty cool little town.
It's creepy, though, dude. It really is. Like all the witch stuff.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's why people go there.
Yeah.
But I'm not talking about that part of it. I'm
Yeah.
just talking about the little downtown area with
Right.
all the brick streets and not old brick. I mean, it's new bricks. And they got like the little French pastry, French bakeries and
Witch
all that kind of
pastries.
stuff. It's a little restaurant sitting right down on the water.
Oh, the whole coast is awesome. I went to seminary on the coast. It's really the whole coast is really awesome. You reminded me though when the first time we flew into Massachusetts before we were married, Katie. I hope she's not listening. I'll get in trouble for this. Even
I'm sure she is.
like 13 years later, we flew in, and she swore she saw as we were coming down and circling around. She swore that she saw a water tower in Salem that said Salem, and she swears to this day that from the airplane she could see this water tower that said Salem.
But it's not there?
No, there is one, but there's no way she saw the water tower. Like, we argue about this all the time, though. I mean, she did not see this water tower.
I thought you were going to say, like, she...
I thought it was going to be something spooky.
Yeah, like she saw a
No, it
witch
wasn't
or
spooky.
something.
She just swears she saw something she didn't see.
So listen, so we did the witch stuff, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't do witch stuff. Okay, let me clarify. I didn't do witch stuff while I was in Salem,
Pastor's
but we
not
went on
Wiccan.
we went on the tour. You know,
yeah.
we went on the tour. And did you know that now I didn't know this? Most people just think that the whole Salem witch hunt, witch trials, it was all a land grab. Did you know that?
I didn't know that, but I'm not
That doesn't
surprised.
surprise me.
Yeah, that they did it because the accuser's family would get the witch's land. If you accused a witch and they were found guilty, your family got their land.
That makes it makes perfect sense.
And it's the same family that did it all. Mm-hmm. So it's like a big, huge land grab.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised, man. I wouldn't.
Yankees.
The Yanks.
But
Elsewhere, we're all Yanks.
I will tell you, I mean, completely different mindset up there. We were at Wahlburgers eating. We go in, and I look out the window, and it's just like coming a blizzard.
Yeah.
And I'm panicked. I'm like, we got to go. Nobody else even cared.
They don't even notice it.
No.
Yep.
No. Blizzard hit. We're in Wahlburgers. We finish eating our burger. Like, get in the car. We go get in the car, and we get out on the road. They've already cleared the streets.
Yep. Salted, sanded.
You know how long it takes them to clear the streets here? Like
Yes.
3 days.
Yeah, it's like the apocalypse.
Like 15 minutes, the streets were clear. Sanded, salted,
Yep.
plowed.
Oh, geez, Atlanta almost
What do you mean? It
was
did
almost
shut down.
gone.
What year was that? 2012?
2014.
No, it wasn't that long ago.
I think it was
How
14.
long ago? Okay, 2014 when we had
4
the
years ago.
apocalypse where cars were on the side of the road for days.
and
People
days,
were
yeah.
walking home.
Oh, yeah.
It was like 2 inches of snow
Dude, Atlanta school systems got sued over that junk.
because kids slept in the school.
Buses.
Yeah.
Some of them were on the buses.
That's
Yeah.
insane, man. We gotta
Yeah.
we gotta do better, Atlanta.
I mean, buy some salt. I mean, how much
Buy
could
some
salt?
salt.
How much could salt cost?
It's not salt. It's idiot drivers, to use your word. It's just people that, if you just use some common sense.
Yeah, but I mean, it is nerve wracking if you're not used to it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know because, like,
What?
Driving in the snow.
dude, we used to have church. I would have to go in between. We had 3 services. I would have to go in between church and shovel my car to make sure I could still get out because they just didn't care.
Yeah.
I mean, they just had church. They just
No, I mean, if you're not used to it, I mean, to me, it's kind of like driving a boat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's scary the first few times.
yeah.
But once you get used to it, you're like one
Yeah.
hand.
You just go slow and don't bang the brake.
Don't
I mean, that's
care.
really.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
That's how I look at it.
cars were in ditches. I remember that. I went to Publix right before the snow, right when it started. And there were cars in ditches. I mean, like all the way down. And you're just like, dude, how did you do that? There's like a millimeter of snow on the ground.
In Atlanta, they weren't even in ditches. That's not what happened. People just stopped and got
Yeah,
out of
they
their
just stopped
cars.
and
And
got out
left, went
and
home.
Left.
Yeah, jogged home.
People,
I just can't imagine being stuck in that. I was stuck on college campus. I was in college at the time. We didn't have school for a week. But we couldn't leave campus either. And you couldn't go anywhere because everything was closed.
Did the cafeteria?
It
operate?
was open. Yeah.
You had the same thing every day.
Did they ration food?
No, it wasn't like an emergency situation. It was just terrible.
So they keep more than a week's supply of food on hand.
Yeah, I would assume
So
so.
what that means is everything comes out of a can.
Yeah.
Everything.
Oh, I don't doubt it one bit. One bit. When the Moroccan chicken is the best thing at a college in rural Georgia.
My daughter's college, they have a sushi bar.
What?
California.
Wow.
Yeah.
Malibu.
They sure do.
Listen, if my alma mater had a sushi bar, I would not eat at it.
On campus,
There's no way.
Listen, on campus Starbucks, sushi
I love them,
bar.
So you're saying you're not going to get...
Look, if you have raw fish in Royston, Georgia,
Unless it came out of Lake Hartwell,
yeah, unless it's a brim,
you better not eat it.
catfish.
yeah.
Catfish sushi.
And it still has the little antenna on it. Listen. Here's my only story.
You got one story.
Fayette County. Well, I had more than one, but it's time to quit.
Yeah, take us home.
Fayette County had a string of thefts, so they were looking for the people that did this. They found 5 cars, not a big deal, a motorcycle, and they found a 53-foot truck with $100,000 worth of ramen noodles in it.
There's no way you can
At a-
get $100,000 worth of ramen noodles in a
Listen, dude,
53-foot truck.
Is it a
ton
Chevron
of
state? I mean, it was a Chevron station
In Fayette County,
in
Georgia.
Fayette County. Yes.
How do you? There's no way. That must be the best ramen noodles of all time. They must be. Like,
They're
high
holding it
quality.
because of the tariffs.
The ramen tariff.
The ramen tariff.
They're holding
Dude,
it. Ramen's not even Chinese, is it?
It's Japanese.
Japanese.
When I was at Emmanuel, my roommate ate like not a pack, not like a single serving, but like you get them in like what 10. Mm-hmm. He ate a whole sleeve of 10, but hold on, he didn't know they were noodles. He thought they were crackers,
This man was eating them dry.
and he broke them up and ate them dry. And I got there, and he was like, "Man, those crackers were pretty good, but that like dust you put on them." It was like really hard to swallow. And I said, "What crackers?" He's like, in the orange wrapper.
Oh my!
And I'm like, "What? I don't have crackers."
Did he graduate?
I don't know. I would think no.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like somebody that makes.
That was my second roommate. My first roommate did not bathe the first 4 weeks of school, including baseball practices
No.
and everything. We called him Funk Daddy because he smells so funky.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I had to move out of the room. But we did actually grab him and shower him one time.
Listen, boy, we going to shower you.
We didn't tell him. We just threw him in there and scrubbed him down with soap. He was still fully clothed.
Dude, you would be in jail right now. If that happened today.
Me too.
I wouldn't, because what I would have done, what I would have said immediately, whatever judge is going to be overseeing this trial, I need you to bring him to this dorm room before the smell dissipates. And I would have been found not guilty by reason of disgustingness.
You could have pleaded insanity. Smells driving me crazy, y'all.
That's funny.
Jeez. I got to go.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. Listen, if you've been with us today on the podcast, Third Thoughts, this has been our weekly broadcast, semi-weekly broadcast. I don't even announce it as every Wednesday anymore. I just announce it as Wednesdays.
Yes.
Because sometimes things happen.
A loose gathering.
But listen,
of
Life happens.
Yeah, you don't subscribe to Third Thoughts for timely content. You subscribe for quality.
Our content is timeless, Clay.
That's it. Well, it's not. It's intrinsically bound to the news of the week. So, but anyway.
He pulled out the word intrinsically.
Anyway, we appreciate you being with us if you were listening live. If you're listening later on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, wherever you're listening, if you would leave us a review or a comment, that helps us out the most.
Breaking news.
You got something breaking right now? Do I need to stop the theme song?
Husband accidentally tattoos wrong wedding date on his finger.
If you want to find out more of stories like that, you can join us Wednesdays at 2 p.m. live on Spreaker.com. This has been Third Thoughts. My name is Clay. I've been with the Chief. I've been with RNDY. It's been another one for the books. This is 31.
We got a third and long coming up soon.
Oh.
Celebrate college football season.
Yeah, special announcement. Third and Long will be returning shortly. And by shortly, I mean the next few weeks.
Yes.
Because the most important, most wonderful time of the year is about to begin.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Unless you're an FSU fan.
It'll be fine.
Go Dogs, 15-0.
It'll be fine.
National champions.
We'll see you next time.
Schedule ever.